So this is a song that I wrote today about my sister and I leaving to go to Holland when we were children. We went with the whole family, but being Australians, we couldn't speak Dutch. So my grandparents, they're Dutch, and they live in Australia. So we went off to their house when we were kids every now and then, and after dinner, they would sit us down at a table and they would teach us a little bit of Dutch. And it was cool. I enjoyed it. And we went to Holland and we could speak Dutch, enough. We learnt it more while we were over there, but the help that my grandparents gave early on was pretty helpful, I guess. And now I'm back in Oz doing a little bit of study, and I went over to my grandpa's house because he lives in Australia, and I asked him about one of the teachings that I wasn't so sure on, and this song's kind of about that and his response to my question, so I hope you enjoy the song. Sitting around the table with my sister and my grandparents there, trying to teach us Dutch, 'cause that's where we're going, and we'll need to learn much in there. Teaching us the alphabet, and it sounds so weird where the E's sound like A's and the I's sound like E's, and it's quite confusing for a child, but we would get a hang of it after a while. But there's one thing that I know, and it's the longest word in Dutch. Taught to me by my grandpa, and it's Hazewins on de halsband slot. Sleutelgaatjes maken, stagelopersleerling. It's Hazewins on halsband slot. Sleutelgaatjes maken, stagelopersleerling. Well, I guess you're wondering what that word means and why it's so long. Well, I asked my grandpa the same thing, and he told me, so now I'll tell you in song. It's the student of the apprentice of the guy that makes the hole for the key on the lock of the collar on a dog. It's the student of the apprentice of the guy that makes the hole for the key on the lock on the collar of a dog. There's one thing that I know, it's the longest word in Dutch. Taught to me by my grandpa, and it's Hazewins on halsband slot. Sleutelgaatjes maken, stagelopersleerling. It's Hazewins on halsband slot. Sleutelgaatjes maken, stagelopersleerling. Yeah. So now I'm 21 and I've grown a lot since then. Back in Australia to study, where my grandparents lived way back when. So I went up to my grandpa and I asked him if it was true, if that was the longest word in Dutch. And he looked me in the eye and put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Adam, I made it all up." So there's one thing that I know, it's not the longest word in Dutch. Taught to me by my grandpa, and it's Hazewins on halsband slot. Sleutelgaatjes maken, stagelopersleerling. Yeah. It's Hazewins on halsband slot. Sleutelgaatjes maken, stagelopersleerling. Thanks, Grandpa. Thanks.